So if the most dissed man in entertainment right now is Drake, then his female counterpart is none other than Drake's good friend, Diddy's business associate and party buddy, and Kanye's ex-wife, Kim Kardashian. Check it. All because of 2 songs. This woman lost 60万的订阅 on her IG in 2 weeks, and live on Netflix, she was booed off stage so bad that they edited that out, yo. And today, you're gonna learn how a beef from 15 years ago turned Kim Kardashian into 2024's most hated woman in America. Now, we're not gonna go too deep down the Kardashian family rabbit hole because there is so much bodies and receipts and borderline criminal shit. We'd have to do 2 whole videos to explain it all. Which, by the way, if you want to know more about that and you'd like to know all the crazy stuff, leave a comment down below. Because real talk, they got more than bodies, yo. They got a whole goddamn cemetery.
It's true.
So in today's video, we're going to focus on one specific beef. By the time you get to the end, you might find yourself a Swiftie, diss on Kanye even more than you have before, and most importantly, you will put this woman at the top of your shit list. The one who became a billionaire by practically doing nothing, Kim Kardashian. Influencer. This word has been thrown all over the internet and is now a legit career path, and it is all because of one woman, Paris Hilton. Yes, that Hilton. Paris was one of the first, if not the first woman to become famous, all for doing practically nothing. She would charge tens of thousands of dollars to appear at clubs, she would take photos with people, and she even had her own reality show. And the paparazzi was all over this girl. One might say she single-handedly created the influencer career path. So at that time, Kim Kardashian was a close friend of Paris Hilton and also her personal stylist. And just like Paris, her father was very famous. And the main reason why Kim exploded into stardom is just like Paris Hilton, someone exploded onto them first and remembered to press record before they did it.
You know, I think that's how I was definitely introduced to the world.
Kim Kardashian had a leaked S-tape, allegedly. Why do I say allegedly? Because if you've seen that video, then it's pretty easy to tell that that video was meant to be seen by as many people as possible. And that ain't just my opinion, that is the opinion of many people, not just in Hollywood, but around the world. So why would I think this is all staged? Because this leaked S-tape has a host. The dude holding the camera, we'll get to him later, is constantly breaking the fourth wall and addressing the audience. Not only that, but if this is a private moment that was leaked to the world, then why in the world is Kim all done up? She's got fake eyelashes on and she's posing on the bed like a lingerie model. And I don't mean just at the beginning, I mean throughout the entire tape. Homegirl looks like she's constantly trying to find the best angle of her body and her face. Not to mention that the room is all perfectly lit, and the background is all done up nice. It just seems weird.
Weird.
Now, I know some of you perverts in the comments are already typing with one hand like,
这个影片哪里可以找到呢？给我一个连结，拜托了。
what can they call? Google search, fool. Any website starting with a P and ending with a B has got this video on blast. Now, after you finished and punkachilchin and clean yourself up, let me know down below if you think this was staged or not. Fun fact, Paris Hilton's video was shot in 2001 and leaked in 2004. And Kim Kardashian's video was shot in 2003 and leaked in 2007, seemingly following the same formula for the road to fame. But don't take it from me, take it from Ray J, the dude who shot the video himself.
Kim Kardashian got her handwriting and her fingerprints all over my contract. When you look at my signature and you look at her signature, that shit say sex tape number 1, sex tape number 2, and guess what? The third sex tape, that shit called Santa Barbara 6. Her mama made us go shoot it for safety. She watched the motherfucker and said, hey, we're gonna go with the first one because the first one is better. It gives my daughter a better look than the second one that I made y'all go do. But you watched it? There go the sex tape contract. There's the whole thing. That's my handwriting. They done already breached the contract by talking about it. So let's talk about it. If what they saying I did is true,
Yes.
then why didn't you never sue me?
So Ray J is a rapper, and in 2007, he was accused of taking this tape and selling it to Vivid Entertainment for $1 million. Now, upon its release, Kim Kardashian instantly became a household name, and she immediately sued Vivid Entertainment and settled for $5 million. Now, if you ask me, this is a very smart move. That is, if you believe the theory that this was all orchestrated by Kim Kardashian's mother, who instructed them to film several versions, and then she chose the final version that would be leaked to the public. Allegedly.
It's true.
Now, in modern times with OF, lots of girls can make $5 million, but they'd have to film tens of hundreds of videos to get there. And Kim Kardashian did it all with just one. So for those of you who are considering an OF career, regardless if you're male, female, or whatever gender, take advice from Kim Kardashian. She's got the skills to pay the bills, yo. So after the tapes leak, fast forward 7 months, and Kim Kardashian and her entire family now have their own reality show, which becomes an instant hit across TV screens in America. And actually still is today. It's on its 21st season, yo. And this show had its fair share of controversies. like in one season where Kim Kardashian started a relationship with NBA player Kris Humphries, and their relationship, their marriage, and their divorce was documented throughout the entire series. And of course, many people theorized that Kim basically targeted Kris Humphries to make him a new story arc for the season on the show. And it wasn't just Wang Yo, even Kris Humphries sued her himself, claiming that she did this.
I handled it totally the wrong way. I fully broke up with him in the worst way.
Do you think you owe him an apology?
Absolutely.
Then, after their divorce, fast forward to 2010, and rumors are circling that a 29-year-old Kim Kardashian is in a relationship with 14-year-old Justin Bieber.
I think actually before that, I had said in an interview that I wanted to set him up with my sister, Kendall, who's 14, and then he had responded in an interview saying that no, he didn't want to be hooked up with my sister, he liked me, or something just silly like that. It was a joke. And so when I met him in Washington, D.C., we took a picture together, and he Twittered it and said, you know, me and my girlfriend Kim. And instantly, I mean, it was on CNN, like all over the place, that him and I were dating. I don't get how people would think that that's like serious. Sorry, Biebs.
And this is where the American public started to turn on Kim Kardashian. But it did make her a household name and earned her a lot of cash. Because by that time, Kim was worth a cool $10 million. And it seemed that as long as she attached herself to someone more famous than her, regardless of the backlash, she would always come out the victor. However, the next man that she was about to marry would turn her into a legit billionaire, while simultaneously turning her into 2024's most hated woman in America. So now for the other half of this story, Taylor Swift. Initially a country music singer, around 2014 she switched to pop and became an instant success. But back in 2009, she was already knee-deep in her first beef. Where at the MTV Video Music Awards, she won. It was a night to celebrate, and as she got up on stage to accept her award, this happened.
I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
This incident caused a lot of controversy, yo. It was the Nexus event that would kick off a 15-year beef between Taylor Swift, Kanye West, and Kim Kardashian. And here's the thing, Kanye and Kim weren't even married yet. In fact, they weren't even dating. At that time, Kanye was relentlessly chasing after Kim Kardashian, begging her for a relationship, but she didn't give it up until 2012. By 2014, they had tied the knot. And just 2 years later, this happened.
For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. Why I made that bitch famous.
Kanye released his Life of Pablo album, and on it was a very popular and very controversial song. Now make no mistake, that lyric was about Taylor Swift, yo, and even the music video is really weird. There's lots of wax figures that kind of appear to be Taylor Swift, and as you can see, the dislikes greatly exceed the likes on this video. Needless to say, Taylor Swift vehemently denounced this video, claiming that it was misogynistic and that she was not made aware of the lyrics of Kanye's song. And this caused an intense feud on both sides, with a lot of back and forth.
There are going to be people along the way who will try to undercut your success or take credit for your accomplishments or your fame. But if you just focus on the work and you don't let those people sidetrack you, someday when you get where you're going, you'll look around and you will know that it was you and the people who love you who put you there.
And then Kim Kardashian did something that would completely turn the tides on Taylor Swift. She released a phone call.
For all my Southside niggas that know me best, I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex.
Unlike this close to overexposure.
I think this is a really cool thing to have.
I know,
definitely.
it's like a compliment kind of.
Yeah. I give a fuck about is just you as a person and as a friend.
Yeah, I mean, go with whatever line is better. It's obviously very tongue-in-cheek either way. And I really appreciate you telling me about it. That's really nice.
Oh, yeah. I thought I just had a responsibility to you as a friend, you know. Thanks for being, like, so cool about it.
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Like, the heads up is so nice. Like, asking or seeing if I'd be okay with it, and I just really appreciate it. Like, I never would have expected you to, like, tell me about a line in one of your songs.
Now, as you can hear and see, it sounds like Taylor Swift knew about this all along. It was totally cool with it. When this came out, literally everybody shit on Taylor Swift, yo. And with the help of Kim Kardashian, the internet started calling this woman a snake. And according to Taylor Swift, 2016 to 2017 was one of her worst years. She thought her career was completely over, yo. That year was the lowest point in Taylor's life and the highest point in Kim Kardashian's life. Because right around that time, Kim Kardashian founded KKW, her very famous and very successful cosmetics company. So at that point, things were all good, at least for Kim and Kanye anyway, until around 2020 when the pandemic hit, and I guess 有一些骇客可能没事做太无聊, and somehow Taylor Swift got her hands on the full unedited recording, and she dropped it and changed everything.
If you felt that it's funny and cool and like hip hop, then I think that people would be like way into it.
I mean, I need to think about it because I just need to like, you know, you hear something for the first time and you just need to think about it.
Yeah.
Because it is absolutely crazy. You know, the thing about me is like, anything that I do becomes like a feminist think piece, and
I had this line where I said, and my wife really didn't like this one because we tried to make it nicer. So I said, it's for all my Southside niggas that know me best. I feel like me and Taylor might still have sex. And my wife was really not with that one.
That's the only thing about that line is that it's like, it's just the feminists are gonna come out.
Now you can clearly see and hear that Taylor Swift did not agree to that at all. Not only that, but Kanye's demeanor is all weird and kind of sus, and the worst part is it's Kim Kardashian holding the camera and recording the entire time. And make no mistake, it is undeniable that Kim Kardashian knew that she did not agree to this version of the song being released. But in spite of this, Kim or Kanye or both edited and released a version of this phone call that made Taylor Swift look bad and essentially ruined her career and her life for the better part of 4 years, leaving the entire world to think that Taylor Swift was the asshole.
But you, this guy stinks.
But in spite of all this, in spite of all the pressure, Taylor Swift did not give up. And upon releasing the true version of this video, Taylor and her Swifties could return to the spotlight and bask in the love of the American entertainment industry. And with that, Taylor Swift switched from being the bad guy to becoming the poster child for perseverance and a good, clean, positive image. By that time, her net worth was $360 million, but Kim's was well over $1 billion. But regardless of that fat stack of cash that she and Kanye were sitting on, the world finally knew the truth. That they had framed this girl, that they were the true snakes. And this was also around the time that Kim and Kanye started to have some very serious marriage problems. And around 2021, they finally called it quits and got a divorce. And then, just a few months later in 2022, Kanye started saying some stuff he probably shouldn't have, and he got canceled, turning his $1 billion fortune into just $400 million. And at the same time, the Kardashian family ended their long-running reality series on the E! Network, and then, just like Marvel, started another timeline and rebooted, creating another reality series on another TV network. And while all this was going down, Taylor was preparing to embark on one of her biggest tours yet, Taylornomics. And it was a well-deserving name, as this woman generated so much money for the American economy, it increased their GDP, yo. So now you can fully understand the relationship between Taylor Swift, Kanye West, and Kim Kardashian. It would seem that Kanye has already gotten his payback. I mean, he lost pretty much half of his fortune, he lost his Adidas deal, and not many people really take him seriously anymore. But what about Kim Kardashian? Has she gotten her payback yet? Pretty soon, this is all about to change, because Taylor Swift was about to get her goddamn revenge, and it was gonna be sweet. So, on April 25th, Taylor Swift released this new song called Thank You, aIMee. What everyone noticed is that there were only 3 odd letters capitalized, which coincidentally spell one word, Kim. So that led many people to believe that this song was a straight up diss and call out to Kim Kardashian. And today, we're gonna take a look at the lyrics and break them down.
When I picture my hometown, there's a bronze spray tan statue of you.
So here, Taylor has already mentioned on several of her previous songs that she was often bullied at school in her hometown. And many people believe that the bronze spray tan statue mentioned in the lyrics is none other than Kim Kardashian, as she often sprays on her tan, which I don't know why, she's already kind of dark skinned anyway, but to each their own.
And a plaque underneath it that threatens to push me down the stairs at our school.
And when she talks about the plaque that threatens to push her downstairs at school, it's almost as if she's equating her horrible times at school where she was bullied to how Kim is now bullying her now, using her celebrity, her fame, her influence, and her Wangyo to do it all for her, thus socially pushing her down the stairs.
All that time you were throwing punches, I was building something.
So many people believe that this is describing when Taylor Swift was pretty much at her peak. She was about to blow up into the stratosphere. And right at that very crucial moment, Kim Kardashian takes her down, socially threatening and bullying and beating her and destroying everything that Taylor had worked for up until that moment. Which is why she says,
"Fuck you, aIMee, to the night sky as the blood was gushing. But I can't forget the way you made me heal.
But in spite of all this, Taylor still healed and she came back stronger and better than ever. And although Taylor is still really pissed at aIMee, she still appreciates the time that she went through at aIMee's abuse. Because like they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And now Taylor is back in full force. And her tour is breaking all sorts of records and her fame is larger and bigger than it ever was before.
Everyone knows that my mother is a saintly woman, but she used to say she wished that she were dead.
Woo, so this one, we did loud. So for those of you who don't know, Taylor's mom has been a very big supporter throughout her career. And this ain't the first time that Taylor's mom's opinions have made it onto her songs about Kim Kardashian.
And here's to my mama, had to listen to all this drama.
Woo, now you know shit is heavy whenever your own mother is wishing death upon your haters, yo.
I don't think you've changed much, and one day your kid comes home singing a song that only us two is gonna know is about you.
So this part is really cool, because basically what Taylor's saying is, hey, I know time has passed and maybe things have changed, but you ain't changed, bitch. You still singing the same old tune. And guess what? This tune is gonna be so clever and so sneaky that your own kids will be singing it, not realizing they are dissing you in the process. Fun fact, Kim Kardashian actually had a video of her and her daughters dancing to Taylor Swift's Shake It Off a couple of years back.
That's what people say. That's what people say.
But since this new song came out, that video has mysteriously disappeared.
Weird.
Now, while the majority of the attention was on this song, there's actually another song that Taylor wrote that not only disses Kim Kardashian, but disses her whole family, yo. And that is Cassandra.
In the streets, there's a raging riot.
Okay, so that first part is pretty obvious. The streets are the internet, aka Twitter, which is where all beefs and anything conflict related goes to expand like yeast on bread.
When it's burn the bitch, they're shrieking.
And then the second part, Burn the Bitch, is referencing two things. The first thing is back in the 1600s when the Western world was on some weird burn women at the stake for witchcraft shit, which, real talk, they were just practicing medicine and basic alchemy. So Taylor is equating what happened then to what's happening to her now in the press and on the internet, where they're literally trying to burn her reputation at the stake. And the second part is the very obvious term, bitch, which is exactly what Kanye called her on his song. And this is actually the part that Taylor stressed she didn't like. It wasn't the fact that he made the line, it was the fact that he called her a bitch.
When the truth comes out, it's quiet.
And then, after everyone has kicked Taylor while she's down and called her every horrible name under the sun, as a result of that video being released, fast forward 4 years later, when the full unedited version comes out, and everyone is quiet. Not an apology or I'm sorry, not even so much as an explanation.
So they filled my cell with snakes, I regret to say. Do you believe me now?
So here is all about how Kim and her camp publicly smeared Taylor Swift and even went so far as to sneak diss her in this tweet.
Wait, it's legit National Snake Day? They have holidays for everybody. I mean, everything these days.
Now, this tweet made by Kim Kardashian soon after that video dropped resulted in lots of haters in Taylor Swift's Instagram comments and all her other social media accounts dropping snake emojis all over the place. And within just 1 hour of Kim dropping that video, the hashtag Taylor Swift is over party was trending. And in that final line, Taylor Swift is saying, but now that the truth is out, do you believe me now?
So they set my life in flames, I regret to say. Do you believe me now?
Now, in this second chorus, although a lot of the lines are the same, there's a few that have been changed. And this is because these parts are in direct reference to what happened to Taylor Swift during the fallout in her beef with Kim and Kanye. You see, Taylor actually went into hiding, and for an entire year, she was not seen by anyone in the public. It was that bad, yo.
They knew the whole time that I was onto something.
So with all this talk about Kim, now Taylor finally has her sights on the Kardashian family, specifically Kris Jenner, the matriarch of the family. You see, because according to Taylor, Kris Jenner knew all this was going down and knew that her daughter was lying, which is why she tried to get her daughter to patch things up in this video.
This is what I don't understand, because truly, I really do like her, and I really like her team, and I really like her mom. My advice is that you give Taylor a call and try to make amends. Thank you for your lovely advice, but I'm not going to take it.
And according to Taylor, it wasn't just the mom that knew, it was the entire family. And in English, we have the phrase that blood is thicker than water, which means that you always put your family first when it comes to protecting folks.
The family, the pure greed, the Christian chorus line, they all said nothing.
According to Taylor, they weren't just protecting the family, they were protecting their brand. Because as many of you know, it's not just Kim who has a multi-billion-dollar empire. It's also her sisters and her mother as well. And truth or lies be damned, they will do anything to protect that brand. So, as you can see, Taylor Swift is back with a vengeance, and she is on track to get her revenge. And these two songs alone have resulted in Kim Kardashian losing 600,000 followers in less than 2 weeks. And if you check her IG profile, the comments are vicious.
aIMee. She's still talking, I've got money pictures. Like really, isn't there a whole generation of social media folks that's not impressed with this?
Thank you, aIMee.
Name one thing that's real. What about your connection to Diddy? Why aren't we not talking about that? Now, it's one thing to be roasted online, but it's another to be roasted to your face. And that is exactly what happened when Netflix live streamed the roast of Tom Brady. And unfortunately, it wasn't just him who got roasted.
Well, thank you. I know a lot of people make fun of your height.
Wow, homegirl got booed so bad she could barely even get a word in. And this part was actually cut from Netflix's version. But the internet never forgets, yo. And this was just a warm-up, because when my man and favorite comedian Tony Hinchcliffe entered the chat, all hell broke loose.
A whale's vagina, which reminds me, Kim Kardashian's here. She's had a lot of black men celebrate in her end zone. Kim, word of advice, close your legs. You have more public beef than Kendrick and Drake.
God damn. I mean, it's bad, but it's good, but it's so bad, it's good. And clearly, Kim is barely holding her shit together. This has got to be one of the most awkward moments of the entire show. Now, before all the Kim stans start bum rushing our comments trying to defend her honor, I have to give props where props are due. Because to her credit, Kim Kardashian is a damn good businesswoman. She knows how to influence culture, she knows how to set trends, and most importantly, when her fame was at its peak during Trump's presidency, she used her influence to lobby for prison reform, which resulted in several falsely accused people being released from prison. That's a lot more than I can say for some other celebrities with even more influence than she has. But in spite of all this, I think it is undeniable that the way she got to where she is now is a result of very calculated controversy and celebrity clout chasing. From releasing S-tapes to dating an underage Justin Bieber to marrying NBA players and famous rappers, and then ultimately beefing and defaming one of the most famous people on the planet. And the crazy part is Kim Kardashian's tactics have resulted in her amassing a fortune of over $2 billion. Now take that and compare it side by side with Taylor Swift, who for years has hustled and suffered, some of it at the hands of Kim Kardashian, only to amass a fortune of $570 million in net worth, which is literally less than half of Kim Kardashian's, and it really makes you wonder, 做好事来赚钱，值得吗? No. 2024 is proving to be the year of reckoning. From Drake to Diddy, and now currently the Kardashian family. Because like I said before, they got a shit ton of secrets, yo. Not only does Kim Kardashian have some very weird and close ties to Diddy, but Kris Jenner, the matriarch and architect of the family's fortune, has been in a long 10-year relationship with a guy not only 25 years her junior, who is also suspected to be a goddamn CIA handler. Check it. This guy was not only Justin Bieber's agent, he is very close with Scooter Braun and Diddy. Oh, and I should also mention that on the day when Kim Porter, Diddy's baby mama, was found dead in her house, guess who was found outside and first on the scene? This guy. Take all that and then add in the fact that just one day before the FBI raided Diddy's houses, Kim unfollowed Diddy on Instagram, and you have yourself a very spicy conspiracy, yo. Just how deep in this shit is the Kardashian family? One thing is for sure, Taylor Swift's long-awaited and very well-deserved revenge is just the tip of the iceberg. It ain't just hip-hop that's in the middle of a bloodbath. Pop music can catch this smoke too, yo. 这么精彩，让我们继续看下去。But before you do that, remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your friends, and I will see you on the flip side. Peace!